Let's get it. How you gon' stop what you can't catch in your own zone? I met us up out on patrol, messing up the ozone. Chaos where we thrive, no pressure, we stay in beast mode. Step a road, can't be caught slipping, boy, that's a no-no. What we out control, nobody got nothing to say about it. Do something about it, what meets you where you stand at it. Never bad down from a challenge, we be the first to take it. Win, lose or draw, we keep it coming till we reign. Champion road jumper, represent us, action bound. Bang with it, Hooligan for life, and I'm damn so proud of it. Eyes on the mission, we hit and stay focused. All fell in love and what who care about our methods. Word on the street, them road jumper, beat them savages. Some baby walkers, air faction, know what time it is. Showtime, game time, we found it in the war pit. Caught a rabbit hole, where I doubt the other faction win. For a match our energy, that's impossible. We capable, we're taking drones out, that's simple. Now name another faction who can do that with their eyes closed. They the only one out back, and that's the big word.
On this lonely road, and where we go, nobody knows. Our strength, our blood, our body grows. Watch us as we take the show. Girls we know, L's don't go. That's why we walk this lonely road. Our strength, our blood, our vibe it shows. We going, we going, we going.
Put your money on the squad, on the Fetty, you ain't make it. It's guaranteed we breaking all the banks, yeah, that's a safe bet. If you ain't talking money, then it ain't no need to say it. Cause if we ain't speaking dollars, then it's never gonna make sense. We don't talk L's, only dubs when we deploy. Put me in the red zone, I'ma send a decoy. Run the play action, throw the bullet like a neat toy. And I ain't never met a suck that I couldn't beat, boy. Nah, they don't really wanna do the drama. Do it live in the mañana, run it up and make the commas. Got a llama with a lot of violent missiles in the bottom. Make it hotter in the kitchen, send you back home to your mama. I'm a rider, on the field, dying for the cause. Flip a coin, get destroyed, boy, I'm dying for the toss. Set the bar high enough to see the climbing for the stars. Cause we road jumpers, anybody try us getting.
We gon' roll on this lonely road, and where we go, nobody knows. Our strength, our blood, our body grows. Watch us as we take the show. Girls we know, L's don't go. That's why we walk this lonely road. Our strength, our blood, our body shows. We going, we going, we going, we
My mind
going.
at ease, a flame on these mindless thieves. And Zucker roaches, only them will my kind appease. My tears, blood and sweat's tears, ain't no man I fear. I relentlessly scheme until victory's eve. And victory I believe. This my story, cold-blooded bunny born of the underbelly Elliot is Zuckered society. They can try all they wanna, but can't stop this monster inside of me. On which side of thee? You either with us or against us. We ain't no hamsters with a hop-stepping rabbit hole rappers. All fists, no weapon stopping on that submetal. Bump like a butterfly, but sting like a nettle. Till one settles up, corp is my endeavor. I endeavor to win, but all good deeds are conflicted by sin. Carragher be my brethren and kin, a rogue jumper. Let my story begin.
There's no limits to what we can do out here. We've got a damn movie soundtrack, made in house too. Phenomenal talent in the studio across all realms of art. Big up AMGI Studios. That right there that you heard was the premiere. I think in the UK we call it premiere. We call it premiere here, right? Of the new Rogue Jumpers track, featuring 2Hop Shakur, Logic Hill, and Skyhops. I can kind of rap too. Thing sounding like it should be on the next Fast and Furious soundtrack. I saw some comments in there that Hannah's gonna leave Discord and rejoin to become a Rogue Jumper after that track. But yeah, no, we have a lot of fun with this stuff, and that's definitely an epic track. I can't wait to see what we do for the visuals for that one. I think we did share some of the animatics for that a while ago, so yeah, check back in on that. But I hope you enjoyed the track. Another track in the bag towards the MPH mixtape. So we are still working on it. We're just getting it through slowly, but you know, surely it's going to be big.
I didn't even know we had a new track, and I love it.
Yeah, Kevin didn't even know we were making a soundtrack.
I'm like, I was so head down on like writing build scripts and stuff like that. All of a sudden, like this thing came out. I'm like, what? New track? Music? This is cool.
So as always, we're welcoming community members. We know the NFT Ants submitted a couple. We've got some others coming through. Meatpot definitely submitted a hot beat we've already been working on. So yeah, bring us more tracks. Let's get this MPH mixtape rocking and get it out there ASAP. I know you're definitely contributing as well, Wes, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's interesting, and you can talk to this a bit, Colin, as well. Like, such phenomenal talent in this company across all art forms, like games developers, designers, are also musicians, and all kinds of synergies.
The best animators I've ever worked with have all been musicians as well. There's something about the DNA of writing music and animation, and probably even programming as well. There's, you know, you
have to be obsessive.
You're obsessive, right? You can stare at something for a long time. You can concentrate. You're writing something outside of time that's meant to be played inside of time. And I think there's a lot of correlation. So no, we're as usual, we're more than lucky at the studio.
I think rhythm translates pretty much to all art forms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right,
think
good
so.
stuff.
Music is math anyway.
Yeah, well, first things first, go retweet, like, share, and comment on everything. We're also giving away 2 GDC tickets. So go take some action.
Oh, shit.
Get some social engagement out here. Like, damn, you see this production? There's nobody doing what we're doing. You know, even if they tried, they can't. We're dripping swag juice out here. You're dripping swag juice today, Colin? I don't know what that means.
We're also we're pretty far ahead of everyone right now, so we have a pretty good lead.
Good stuff. Talking about swag juice, check these guys out here. We've got the full team back in the house. Big action-packed day for us today. You know, we've got this live stream. Then at 2 p.m. we've got open studio visit for the community. Then we've got our first IRL event over in Venice, Los Angeles, which is going to be a blast. Yeah, it's raining, but who cares? It rains in my country every day, and we don't complain. You get a little bit of rain here, and everybody's like, oh, panic, panic, I can't drive, I can't go here, I can't see anything. And there's like several accidents on the road. What is it with rain here that people can't handle?
They just don't know how to drive.
No drainage.
It's a Californian
leaking.
thing.
Amazing phenomenon, actually. It only happens in Southern California.
It's water falling from the sky. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, we
Water
have no idea what it
falls
is.
on the ground and in the ocean.
The water starts falling. Oh my God! It's crazy.
Oh, you can always get a nice little drift going, which I enjoy over here. But drive safe, everybody. That's me in a very controlled environment.
Good PSA.
But yeah, this is a big day for us, and we're definitely excited to meet as many of you as possible today. We had a reverse AMA yesterday. Go check that out if you haven't already. We'll defos touch on some of the subjects again today, and we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of us actually as well. So agenda for today is general updates. We've got Meet the Team. We've got Carl Toons in the house again with us. The return of Carl
Captain
Toons.
Carl.
We'll be doing a game deep dive, then Q&A. I believe we've got Crystal Bunn back after a last malfunction, which you might have seen on Hooligan News. So let's get into vibe check with the team. How are we feeling, team?
Fantastic.
Feeling good. Feeling real good. It's Friday.
Yeah.
AMA Day.
Are you feeling, Carl Toons? I can't even see you behind those behind these plants.
We can't see you either.
Oh, you can now. You
I
can.
still
We don't know what you look like.
good.
Still.
How you feeling, Carl?
Feel great.
All right. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good
You
stuff.
heard it here first.
Carl feels great.
All right, so let's get into some updates. Everybody's feeling good. And let's start with the event. We've got our first IRL event today over in Venice. We're kicking off at 7 p.m. and pending anyone who can't handle the rain, it's going to be packed. We've hit capacity on registrations and it's indoors, so don't worry. You're not going to get rained on. There's going to be food, drinks, fun, networking, good mix of Web3 and entertainment industry people in effect, gifts for our holders, public doxing of Skyhoppers. You will understand why his face has been hidden. Why he's been hiding his face for so long. Well, I don't know why I'm talking about myself in third person. It's interesting. It builds up the mystique, right? So hoping to see as many of you there as possible. And if you don't want to see us, at least come and see Crypto Stash, because Crypto Stash is going to be there. Full mustache.
Great stash.
Definitely kind of, fully groomed mustache in effect. We said this yesterday as well. We're always open to see what we can do to, we've got hooligans all over the world, what we can do to support any community's events. We should definitely try and get some splinter meetups sorted in the various different countries where we've got holders. So any peeps from other states or countries that want to initiate something, just let us know how we can kind of help and support. We're a family out here. Our bond's deeper than blood. We're bound by the blockchain, and you can't get much more deeper than that, right?
Nope.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Nope. So yeah, event tonight. Excited? How are you guys excited?
Yeah.
We are. We are.
Absolutely.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about for the event tonight? Sorry, we're distracted by the game, man.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
just
incredible.
I'm
But like-
totally
Yeah.
screen.
You know what? Like everybody works their ass off here. Let's make no bones about it. I think this is the first time we're really going to kind of get a bit of downtime and get together, meet the community, chop it up together, and have a good time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what the community doesn't see is that every single day there's a new build of this game that they're spitting out. They give it out to the team. Everyone jumps in. They start playing. They look for bugs. They're trying to break the game. And so it's funny because, like, we're watching this stuff and, like, no lie, like, every single person has contributed something in this game that we're seeing for the first time.
Yeah.
So some will say, oh, check this out. If you go behind here, you'll see this. So it's kind of like, I mean, we're having just as much fun, maybe more, but watching this game right now as you guys. So, yeah, we're feeling great.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's get into GDC a bit. spoke about this yesterday around what GDC is and what we kind of hope to achieve from it. You know, it is the gaming industry's premier event, not a Web3 event, not a crypto event, not an NFT event. You know, we're really going to be out there with the best of the best. You know, it's about bringing the game development community together, exchanging ideas, working through problems, and really kind of shaping the future of the business. So there'll be a lot of devs there, artists, big tech companies, product leaders, business leaders. So as much of it's an opportunity for us to showcase what we're doing, it's also an opportunity for us to build relationships, partnerships with others, and see where we can, you know, have synergies. So all the top leading companies will be there: Epic, Sony, Intel, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, etc. And you know, we're really kind of entering the big leagues now, and we need to stand up tall against all of them. So, you know, that's the main focus for us: showcase and really kind of get some business done. We've got our own booth there. We'll also be doing a takeover of the Polygon booth too. They've got an insane setup, which we've contributed to. It'll be ours for a few hours on one of the days, so we'll let you know when. And we're going to make a lot of noise. We'll get as much footage for you as possible, because we know not every one of you can make it there. But if anybody who's a holder who wants to come, give us a shout and let's see what we can do to get you hooked up. We're also giving away 2 tickets to anybody who likes, retweets, and comments on this stream. Not the stream, but the tweet we send out. So if you want to come, or you know anybody who wants to come, get active. But yeah, how excited are you guys for GDC, and what do you know, personally, for yourselves and the company, want to hope to achieve there?
I can't wait to get out there, because I mean, just like this right now, we're sitting here watching this game. A lot of us are trapped in our offices and don't get the ability to see how cool this progress is. And you know, when you go to an event like GDC, you get out to, you know, you get to show the product in a way that is beyond the walls of this place. You get to see, you know, and beyond the community. You get to show really all the hard work that everybody's poured into this thing. You get to show all the cool tech that we put into this, and then see what other people are doing too, and get to collaborate with them and talk about, you know, the excitement from our product and hear the excitement from theirs, and see where we could, you know, line things up. So I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to meet more community members, meet more people who are out there, and yeah, it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, I think, meeting new people is, I think, one of the best parts. Some of our biggest partners right now have just been people that we just met just kind of randomly at these events. Yeah. So I think the same thing is going to happen. This is a big one though, because we officially, as you know, we can officially announce our partnership with Polygon. There will be others that we will announce shortly, including Applebee's.
Applebee's has already been announced. Yeah. It's the menu that we're going to announce.
Right.
Ready for the B.
Yeah, so no, there's going to be other things happening there, and we'll be with some other big players. So we're very, very excited to show off our work. I think what most people realize, and maybe some people will see this tonight, is that as cool as the game looks, so many people comment on how good the gameplay is, and that's a real testament to these guys.
Absolutely.
Just the feel of the game, and then our testers, Beto, and all these other top hoppers and so on, have been really putting this thing through the ringer and giving us crazy good advice on how to just improve the feel. Yeah. And so I think that's really all these guys. But that's what I like seeing most, is when random people come up and they're like commenting how great the game feels. Yeah. And that's something that doesn't come across in these AMAs, but that's what I look forward to showing this off.
Games are about feel. I mean, that's the secret to them, is you can't evaluate a game by looking at it. You got to feel it. These games are tactile.
And Kevin, you're like a GDC veteran, right? You've been there a number of times. Like, tell us about your experiences there.
Oh, man. You know. Well, my first GDC was back when it was still in where was it? Palo Alto. I mean, I don't even remember, but back then it was tiny, and so like everybody met up at this one hotel called the Fairmont, and. But yeah, you'd see like there was like one restaurant, so everybody was always there. But that was fun. And then there was one where I faked a press pass to get in because I had no money, and so
legal.
No, but back then you could totally get away with it because it was so small. So like I just totally made up some fake credentials and they bought it.
Nice.
So sorry guys.
Palo Alto PD is still looking for him. Sure.
Yeah, so that was how I did one of my GDCs there. But no, I love it. Like I say, there's three GDCs. You know, there's the floor, the show floor. You know, where everybody's at, and then there's the conferences, which are, you know, usually really amazing. I mean, that's where everybody gets together and just talks about technique. And then there's the hotel lobbies, and that's where all the business happens. And so, like, I mean, you know, realistically, probably will we live in GDC 3, you know, over in those hotels, I bet. But but I love it. I think GDC is like it's a really special thing. I mean, because it's
Good stuff.
know,
So we'll
it's-
be
it's
there
all for people who really
20th
do
to
this.
20th to 24th of March. So anybody from the gang who wants to come through, let us know and let's see what we can do.
Come see
to
our
help
setup. We
support
got
you.
some new stuff to show there. It's going to be pretty cool. Come talk to Crystal.
please.
Pretty cool. What's that? What's some of that artwork you got behind you there, Colin?
This is a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the artwork that you will see at GDC. Our team is, really fast, and we produce a lot of this stuff. I mean, as you guys know, this stuff looks great as cards. It looks great as, images, icons. It apparently looks really, really great as 70s artwork for
Movie
VHS
posters.
Movie posters. So we had some fun just doing
Let's
some of this
go.
stuff. So
That one's so good.
more to come.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right, in terms of other updates then, let's
watch
talk a
that
bit about
VHS.
the kind of feature script. I know we got that to first draft. We posted briefly on that. Colin, give us the reel on the movie business and animation.
Yeah.
the
These
filmmaking.
things, these things actually take years and years to ultimately complete.
Millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's pretty average for a feature film to take sometimes 5 years. Ratatouille took over 7 years. People don't realize how long these things take. Once the plan is set, once the production is done, normally these films take about 18 months to finish, and that's just because the rate of animation that often these things an animator can do 3 seconds a week on a good week. We have a couple tricks up our sleeve we think can speed that up quite a bit, but none of that matters unless you have a good story to tell. And that's what this is all about. Nothing here matters without the story and without the meaning behind it. I've always said, as humans, somehow we're creatures of meaning. I think stories are the software to our DNA that actually makes us run. Other than that, we are just a bunch of animals running around. So I think story's everything. And Kevin Johnson did an amazing job in a very large part inspired by your work. So
Absolutely.
there's one name on the script, but there should be about 4,000 names I think on the script, because you guys have contributed a lot to this stuff, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. There are actually names in the script that are your names, and so a lot of them.
And something too for an animated feature film, like what Colin's talking about. You'll see Ratatouille, you'll see all these other huge, films that when they show up, it feels like, maybe this is 2 years in the making, 3 years in the making, but really it's 8, 10 years, and sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. And what we've really been pushing for is high quality at a more effective, affordable price to produce an animated feature film. That was when we first started the company, and now we have My Pet Hooligan, we have the game, we have all these other areas where our tools are being used and our IP is being exposed. But the feature film is still very much a part of what we're doing, and we do and will produce this feature film. And how much it'll be? Well, probably not 200-300 million, but maybe in the 50 to 75 million range is kind of like what we think would be a good sweet spot. So those are real numbers that an animated feature film would be produced for.
Yeah, absolutely. And often the success of these films is how often you can iterate on the plan. Everything is all about an iteration loop, feedback loops. That's what we practice hourly here at AMGI, which is just all about constantly giving feedback. And so at Pixar, there was kind of no secret, I think, to the success, which is like you screen the film every 3 months, you get the entire studio to give feedback. And then you fix what's broken and you do it again. In some ways, there's no excuse not to get it right. Usually when things are wrong, it's when someone's ego takes over and they just say, I don't care what everybody says, I want to do it my way. That's where people run into a lot of trouble, and often the more successful an individual becomes, often the less successful they are creatively. And so the power of the team is everything. So this is our first draft. We're really, really happy with it. We are talking about sending this out to some key players in the industry, names that you would know. We want to make sure also that this isn't within the vibe that we've already set up with MPH, that you guys are, that it's not Disney, and it has a little bit more of an edge to it than that, but also something that still is family friendly, something that you can still hopefully watch with most of your family.
Skyhopper.
Yeah.
Is it worth exploring any of those cool ideas that you were talking about before this AMA with the script?
Yeah, definitely. But let's come back to that. But
All
we've
right,
got a couple ideas like this.
Yeah.
this just to kind of manage expectations. A feature film, animated feature film, cannot be done in a year.
No.
So
No.
like, I saw some chatter like we're going to be dropping this film this year.
Yeah, no, if the
Most
star-
definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, if the stars aligned, yeah, it could happen
got
in
a
2
game to
years.
build.
Realistically, it's probably 3 years away. To be
Yeah,
honest.
so but you know this grows, this vision grows as we grow, and you know it's always we've got, you know, we're blessed to have animators and great filmmakers and visionaries in the studio.
It grows the franchise. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
exactly.
what it is. You have a game. You start as an NFT project, and now we have a great game, and then you know we could have a great feature film as well, and the franchise will continue to grow.
We
But
set-
also this script writing, and big ups to Kevin Johnson and the rest of everybody else that's contributed to this. I will say that the exploration of, you know, the substrate of the film, trying to figure out, all right, what world does this occupy in a cinematic context? How does this world really feel? What, you know, then we can start to map it to all the details that we're building in the game, or, you know, in the lore with the others. All these different things I feel like it started to almost like crank the resolution of the world for all of us as we explore it collectively. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, we're excited, and that's probably another first, I guess, in the space. The first Web3 native IP movie script that's
a
done
good point.
in the can.
That would be true.
So yeah, really kind of excited to see how that
I
progresses.
haven't seen any others.
What else? What else have we got in terms of updates? Anything on AI and IMI version 2?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've said it before, but we keep cranking away even further. We're plugging our IMI technology into everything we're doing. Everything from the rabbit hole game to our mobile game. And what's so fun is that even, you know, it's gone from like, you know, the character gives you a certain kind of cheer when you win, and then saying, well, that's kind of boring. How do we go further with that? I was just at one of our other artists' desks and just being blown away by the ability to also program personality into these AI chatbots. So I think I scared Amos the other day when I said, you know, I want
Sir Sweetness.
Sir Sweetness. I want everybody to have one of these AI chatbots, and maybe part of a future drop that we're doing. But I want as many of these chatbots as there are people. And I mean, can we make 1 billion of these things? Well, I guess there's 8 billion people on the planet. Realistically, those numbers are not that hard to achieve from from the computer's perspective. Artistically, we have to make all the variations. But what's really exciting is not only having an AI chatbot, but to be able to train these things like Tamagotchis over time, and they can take on different personalities. And then what would happen if you just let these things go and they started interacting with other people's AI chatbots? I think that's when things get really, really interesting.
And you know, if you let it go and it comes back,
It's yours.
Yes, exactly.
Mine just keep going away.
So just to be clear, your new robot overlords will be Zarkbots.
yes,
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, just to comment that everybody's not able to appreciate this absolutely amazing art because the game's on full screen right now. So if we could show off some of this art and then come back to the game, that'd be great. Another thing I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on is the carrot token. Huge milestone for us and a major focus over the next couple of months, getting the token ready for release. You know, this is something we've steadily been working on in the background, but now it's about, you know, getting it out there, token generation event, and amping up all the kind of activities to drive it. You know, this is coming soon. Hopefully crypto isn't all over again like it is every few months before it bounces back and everybody's bullish again the next day. Sentiment change on like crypto Twitter is crazy. A lot of you influencers should be ashamed of yourselves. But anyway, there's a lot of work going on into it, from running legal due diligence in light of, you know, all everything that's happening in the United States and certain regions. Tokenomics orange paper update, leaning more into the details, marketing plan, rollout, launch strategy, delivery, community briefing sessions, listings, press development, etc., etc. It's all fun. It's all really exciting, and we're hitting it very head on. You know, these are very exciting times for the project and the community, and a very important milestone for us as well. So there's a lot of tension on gaming right now in the space, and you know, the right games are really going to be big drivers for. And I hate the word mass adoption and bringing Web3 to the masses. It's so overused. I absolutely hate it, but I don't know what else to say. But you know, it's mass adoption of blockchain technology and the use of utility tokens. I think we as a project, and you know, I'm not just saying this because of where we're at. There's definitely some other great projects out there, but we definitely see ourselves in one of the best positions to really make some noise out there, and that's really our aim. I mean, what else is out there that's looking this good, right? And we're showing you real game footage. Yeah, we've seen some good-looking cinematic trailers, but I ain't fooled. I'm not sure if anybody else is fooled. We can do cinematic trailers too, by the way, and we're making one right now, and it's going to be better than all.
It's going to be amazing.
Back in the day, we used to call those bull shots.
Bull shots. Yeah.
It's an accurate.
All right. Good.
When
stuff.
we're going to be relying on you guys, we're going to be relying on the Carrot Gang a lot as we go through this marketing push with our Carrot token, the development here. We're going to be, pinging all of you a lot for that support and love. So stay tuned for that. Something that denotes a new chapter and kind of benchmark in this project, and I think we're all really, really stoked about it.
We really strive to be the best at everything we do.
Yeah.
And you know what, actually, Colin, let's talk a bit about this cinematic trailer. You guys have started working on it, right? You excited?
Yeah. We both have the cinematic trailer. We also and we also have the feature film trailer. But no, it's really, really exciting. 'Cause, what starts is looking at all the best cinematic trailers that have ever been created.
Yeah,
and
that was
saying,
fun.
How do we rank up there with all of these, and what do they have in common, and then what can we do different? And so we have the whole team kind of all circling around this really exciting goal right now, and this is our opportunity to maybe do our own bullshot a little bit. Like up to now, everything you guys are seeing is the actual characters that are used in the game. I mean, when we're using a character in any of our trailers and any of our Twitter, shout outs, those are actually the character and all the exact rig, all the controls that's being used actually in the game. So this is not smoke and mirrors. So, but with the cinematic trailer, yes, this is time where we could actually put on some of the smoke and mirrors, and we can actually polish this a little bit more than normal and feel like a feature film. So we're super excited to jump in and make this thing really, really high quality. We had another new hire recently who's...
Before you move on to that, you actually bring up something that's really, really important. Sure. The fact that we're using these same assets that are high quality for an animated trailer, for a cinematic, for a feature film, we're putting those right in the game. We're putting them right in here.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because
pretty crazy.
I mean, we get lucky a lot here, and some people think there's something behind that. But one of the very lucky things that's going on here is that like the number of controls, we fine-tuned the character so that it's the highest quality character that can work on a mobile device, but also it works live in our Unreal motion capture stage. It also works in our game. So when we first put it in our game, I was expecting Kevin or Carl to come in and yell at me some morning and throw things around in my office and say, this character...
Happens all the time.
Yeah, they're very violent people, as you can tell.
And Carl especially.
Carl, all he's doing is talking, nonstop, this guy. You can't shut this guy up.
Flipping over
and so
desks.
He's always really, really violent and angry. He yells a lot. And so I was expecting them to say, okay, Colin, this character is really good quality, but we can only put one in the game. I mean, I was really expecting something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, there probably was 100 of these characters running around. And to Carl's surprise and my surprise, they all were basically running in real time. So far, no one's talked about dumbing down these characters. We did plan of having a secondary character for all the distant hooligans that were kind of a dumber, less quality, lower quality. We probably still should do that. I guess.
Yeah, we're still going to load the skeletal meshes.
Right? We need some scalability. It's kind of shocking to me that this game is playing right now at 50 FPS, and these are all the highest quality characters that we use live on our stage. So I'm kind of blown away by these guys, by Epic, Unreal. I don't know how all this voodoo is working, but it's working.
Should have Quinn show you some of the new emotes.
Let's talk. All right.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Quinn, can you show us some of those emotes?
Let's get into our voodoo master then. We got Carl Toons in the house today. Absolute genius of a generation.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
A rock star amongst rock stars. A visionary and a legend in AMGI Studios. How we doing, Carl? Back on the scene?
Yeah, I'm good. I've just been working on this like crazy, and that's what I've been doing. So
tell us a bit
Captain
about your
Carl in
kind
the
of
house.
influences. I mean, you're a hardcore gamer. You play absolutely everything.
Yeah,
that
I
comes
grew
out,
up playing a lot of games in my room by myself a lot. So have a lot of experience there. I liked all the fun action platformers like Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank and that kind of stuff. And Toe Jam and Earl is one of my favorite games. So it was always just like the weirdest game I've ever seen. There's like Christmas presents on the ground, and you're an alien and you're into hip hop, and there's Santa Claus there for some reason, and there's a baby getting pushed by a lady with a shopping cart, and then there's a boogie monster. I just love that game so much, and so I'm kind of like taking elements of like first person shooters that I think are fun, I always thought it was hilarious to just hang out with my friends and see how far we could ragdoll their body across the map with a grenade or something like that. So all of that kind of bottled up into this is kind of what I've been thinking of. This is my ultimate video game fever dream is kind of what I'm hoping to achieve here. So just giving you lots of things to do, funny ways to die and blow up your friends and blow up things and vandalize things and just have a good time. It's kind of
we love it,
and
dude.
You've shown up in the game now.
Oh yes. So very soon, hopefully for this GDC build, you'll see a Carl Burger getting put in here. I didn't ask the team to do it, but they did it. So it's kind of like an homage to me and my history with hamburgers, which is fitting, seeing that my first job was working at a restaurant that rhymes with Mickey D's. So
Applebee's.
Yeah,
Applebee's, exactly.
It was Mickey D's. So it's just funny. So you'll see that in there, and hopefully soon too we'll have little pickups and collectibles, like kind of in the spirit of Toe Jam and Earl. They just are kind of silly and fun, kind of based off the diff 7 factions. So like in each area there'll be different things for you to pick up and collect, but they're kind of goofy.
And sometimes they show up when you like blow things up, or they're just around
so
in
there'll be
places.
stuff
Like
to,
it's pretty cool the way you find them. And when you find them, it's like, whoa, look at this thing.
Also, right now you're seeing about half the destructibility that I think is going to be going in here. So Quinn, if you can go blow up some fences and things and boxes, just to show these guys what the destructibility is going to be like. But basically there's going to be a whole bunch of things littered around the map that might have goodies in there, depending on like if there's a quest you're on to go find things, and you'll see like there's garbage being blown out of all the trash. This is one of the new hero locations. Okay, so pretty soon too we're going to be putting in like the Carl Burger and this gas station. We're going to be going around this map putting in a few more cool locations to kind of spice it up before we decide to start building out. So you'll see here there's like little goodies inside the boxes for you to collect, and
that one's cool.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That's my first time
Oh,
I've
yeah,
ever
here we
seen
go.
it.
These are great.
So
Look at
these
this.
are called Foolies. They're kind of like my I worked with one of our artists named Andrew, who's like super talented, and he came up with these Foolies. They're kind of like our version of like Twisted Funko Pop.
I want one.
Collectibles. So maybe down the line we turn these into a thing and make more of them.
Most definitely.
That's 100% Carl right there. I mean, that's a good example.
Yeah.
We've been
Carl
talking
closes
about
his
the
eyes,
others.
that's what he sees.
Carl just jumps right past the others and just jumps into this weird
Foolies.
Yeah. Yeah. So these guys will tell me to make something, and I'll just make my own stuff first.
So that's kind of our secret to our success, is just do whatever you want. And have fun doing it.
Sorry, guys.
When I first met Carl, so Carl was employee number 1.
Yeah, he was.
And when I first met him, and he was just eager to learn our motion capture system, really eager to do anything. He was a good animator, just good all-around guy, good all-around artist. I knew he had some technical Unreal skills. But then one day he shows me this video game he created.
Oh yeah, we'll have to pull it up on one of the next AMAs. So
It's amazing.
It's kind of like a gender reveal party simulator, but there's a baby gun involved, and there's lots of ragdoll and destruction and
shoot babies
bullet
out of
time.
guns.
There's slow-mo bullet time. So if you've ever played Super Hot on VR, and if you shoot and then you move a little bit, the time will speed up. So you see little babies kind of like flying through the
Flying
air.
at
They're
you.
like rubber
Blowing up into
bouncing
confetti.
babies. In
Be
slow
clear,
motion.
guys.
Yeah.
It's
From a
freaking
gun.
amazing.
And then there's these weird like Muppet guys dancing around birthday hats and yeah, it's weird.
So
I don't
that's
know,
Carl.
amazing.
Possibly
So
portal
when
into
you-
a mini game
you
in the
know,
rabbit hole. I don't know. I feel like
the
there's
Carl, like that's Carl, right? So we wanted to take that and to kind of magnify it and to put it into a game that you guys can all play. So you're getting a glimpse of Carl's brain
go.
right here.
Yeah.
What you playing at the moment, Carl?
So I just finished, which is a bit controversial, the Harry Potter game, which was technically very amazing.
What team are you?
I was a Gryffindor because I'm a basic biatch.
Hufflepuff for me.
I enjoy a nice Starbucks. I was playing. I like Monster Hunter. I play a lot of Destiny, so I'm playing the new Destiny DLC. Kind of just, I don't know. Recently, I've played some other stuff, but yeah. So mostly I just kind of play Destiny and work on this. Is how it goes.
Yeah, and I mean Destiny comes up in conversation a lot around here too. So
Big time.
It seems like it's a good it's a good resource to pull from.
Yeah, I mean you can expect to see some of the types of things you do in that game in here.
Yeah, certainly with a lot of our kind of like infrastructure and ranking and leveling and such.
Yeah. So we will have like leveling up your character and unlocking the player cards, which you see up in the top left corner. Quinn, if you hit in on the keyboard and cycle between the NFTs, you'll see there's these other player cards. So there'll be a card and a sticker, and then there's like different titles that you can unlock, and it's going to be a whole thing. So if you've ever played like Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4, we're going to be hopefully getting a chance to build in some kind of challenge system and progression unlock for multiplayer that will let you customize that along with your Hooligan and all that stuff.
That's so cool.
So how many Zuckbots do we have in this thing right now?
Right now, I think there's like 3 or 4 types. I think 3 types in here. We have the QT, the legs, and the OG. But and we have spiders.
I saw spiders running around.
But we also have a crab bot that we're doing, and we have a big gorilla bot that's going to be kind of like a mini boss.
We also have Pizza Bot.
We have Pizza Bot who's going to throw pizza boxes or pizzas at you.
His death animation is really cool.
Yeah, the Pizza Bot's really, really cool.
So we will have all those, and we still have to get some more I think we need some NPCs and some other life inside the rabbit hole. So
making a marketplace.
Yeah, we'll have a marketplace store. Hopefully, we'll be announcing some things along with our token integration, along with all that stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting.
How are we getting on with like optimization and like how are we? Is it running smooth with all this action going on and bots and multiplayer?
Yeah, this is actually multiplayer right now. This is, I think, a match that Quinn's playing. So there will be some other hooligans in here, maybe by some of the other guys.
Yeah, we've made huge progress in the optimization. It's running a lot faster, and there's still more we can do. But the team has been pulling off some wizardry, and we huddle up a lot on just reprofiling it, figuring out what's consuming our frame time and what we got to do.
We also have a Twitch character that I believe we can bring up.
Yeah, this VTuber feature in here. So Quinn, if you hit V on the keyboard,
you just died.
We don't have. I don't know. I don't think we have an iPhone hooked up right now. Okay. Right now it turns off if you die. But this will be hooked up to your iPhone, so you can control this guy, and he'll do animations while you talk and stuff like that. And you can rotate your head around. It'll face track and everything. So if you wanted to do commentary on the game while you're playing as your character, you could kind of just hit a hotkey to do that without having to pull up a separate OBS.
And we're working right now too. We'll see how this next year goes on some new things that will be released. But the ultimate goal for something like that is to not have to access an iPhone, but be able to access just your webcam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're waiting on technology to catch up to us.
From some big company that said they had it.
Yeah, that's right. We should talk to those Twitch people and maybe
get some of that.
Yeah, see if there's something there. I agree with that.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, we got to go to Applebee's and get the lowdown on the technology.
Good call.
All serious AMGI meetings, by the way, guys, now from here on out are occurring at Applebee's locations. So
they got a great room.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, Carl, thanks for that. Good to get in your mind. Excited to kind of hear and see the reception at GDC as well for this build. This build is actually looking incredible. Actually, I think we've come such a far way. And I was saying this yesterday. Just over a year ago, when we kind of dropped the NFT collection, we said we're going to develop a game. We're here right now. Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
Seriously,
we're here, and we're now going to be in the next week at GDC, and there's nowhere bigger to be with this stuff. So. Big kudos to the team. Big kudos to the community
Amazing work,
for
guys.
sticking with us and really kind of having faith in what we're doing. We want to make you all extremely proud and happy, and and your energy really kind of fuels us to be the best we can be. So we're in this together, and let's make this absolutely massive and successful. And every little piece and part you do means the absolute world to us. And big shout out to Webby, right, Carl? For the rug.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Webby's rugs are amazing. I mean, for real, it's like you really should be selling those things, or just figure out like what's a good price for those things. I mean, it's also amazing just watching how you craft those. I mean, especially for people that work in computer animation, I just marvel anytime I see something that's crafted by hand, by an actual person's hand, and someone that's truly, I mean, that's the kind of artwork that truly is one of one. I mean, really is. You can't copy paste that kind of stuff. So I just love your videos. They're beautiful. They're wonderful to watch. Keep them coming.
We need one for our
We're gonna
set.
we're gonna have to hook it up and make sure we get something sorted out with you, Webby, so we can get one in here. I
Webby,
feel like
we need
it's
a
very,
rug.
very.
We
We
need a
are
rug
in
right
need
here.
of a rug.
This
we
is
have
not
a
what I was
black floor
expecting.
right now, and so but a lot of people, Hooligan Media also has just been doing amazing work. I mean, to have videos that you actually pull your family members over and you say, hey, check this out, because it's really funny stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've been thrilled, and there's probably too many people to name, but you guys have been doing amazing work, and hopefully soon. I mean, I'd love to see you guys in person. We've had a nice reaction to these bad boys.
We can't see this. We need the team bigger.
Oh, let's do this. How about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There we go.
We produced some cards that have been getting a surprisingly huge reaction from the community right now.
Because they're cool.
And we're thrilled to have these, just for ourselves. Like, we love these things. We're very happy with the artwork. We've actually been sitting on these things for quite a while now, but it's great to see incredible reaction, and we may or may not be giving some of these out to some of our close friends. But these are so popular, we think we might just go in the business of making cards. Shutting the studio down. This is our last AMA. We're only going to be selling cards from now on.
It's interesting.
That's how Nintendo
that
started
post
out.
actually had more engagement than a lot of the really kind of high tech
That's what I'm saying.
things that
So
take
great.
us days to do. And
Now, they
this
do
game-
cost $1,000 each, but other than that, I think we
Cards
Take
against
a page from
humanity.
Nintendo.
Somehow
I mean,
make money.
they were making cards 200 years ago.
Nice.
Just kind of
Full circle.
kind of the other, exactly, other way around there.
Forward circle. All right, whilst we've got the team on the big screen, let's see some of that VHS, old school VHS art as well, if we can.
Look at
Can
this.
we see some of that?
Yeah.
I
Good
love
stuff.
that.
And we're probably about time. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add, Kevin, on the game side of things, but we're probably around time for the Q&A.
Yeah, let's do some questions.
Yeah, totally.
Or Kevin, sorry, do you have anything you want to add before we go to questions?
I love this build. I feel like I'm just having such a good time watching.
Oh, I do have to
Yeah,
add,
it's
every
amazing,
single
man.
time that Carl says something's impossible to put in the game, it happens the very next day. So I just also want to point that out. That
Carl's process is amazing.
yeah, exactly.
He grumbles though.
I do. Colin was like, let's get more Zuckbots in the game. I'm like, cool. And we get more Zuckbots in the game. I'm like, well, why aren't they smart? I'm like, well, they're in there. Mission accomplished.
Something along the lines of that. Hey, let's get this on. Like, dude, it's gonna take a ton. And then the next day, you're like, all right, I did it.
Yeah, I do that just to get myself ready to go on it.
Yeah,
Be in the mindset.
it's a process. It's a
We
process.
absolutely
But the process
love it.
works.
We love Carl.
We love you, man.
Thanks.
Big love
You're
to
an
Carl. All right, well,
absolute
let's get
genius.
into the Q&A. We're looking for questions. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. I don't know
Let's
if anybody's
go.
looking at the Discord, but let's get some questions. And have we got Crystal Bun today as well? All right, good stuff.
Got
good
any
stuff.
questions for Crystal?
All right, and also just a big shout out to Rems too for the track, the Rogue Jumpers track, who was on the hook right there. A lot of people thought it was me on the hook. Now I can't sing at all. I can barely do anything.
But you
that
were
was
on the
Rems
track.
on the hook. So big shout out to Rems, who really kind of made that an epic track right there. And it's different flavour. It is giving me like Fast and Furious vibes, that track. I'm going to be blasting it on the way to the event later. Anybody who wants to carpool with me, more than welcome. Can't guarantee your safety, however. You have to sign a waiver before you jump in the car with me.
that's not an AMGI
Shout out
ordained.
And his steering wheel is on the wrong side.
It's very confusing. Yeah.
Wrong side.
Yeah,
Wrong
exactly.
side. Yes.
All right, well, let's get into this.
You run a faucet in there, it runs the opposite direction. It's really
It
confusing.
does. Everybody says, why are you driving on the wrong side? I'm not. You're like, look, I'm on the same side as you. But anyway, let's get into some Q&As. We've got Crystal Bun in effect. First question in from Hannah. How is the Zuckbots game coming along?
Really beautiful.
It's coming along pretty well right
it looks-
now.
looks amazing.
Yeah, everything that goes on over on the other side, it looks incredible. We have some really cool features we put in there where you can actually switch in between the different assets of the Zuckbots and everything. Sorry, thank you. I always forget to put the mic close to my mouth. But yeah, I mean, it's coming along really well. Right now, they've been doing some testing on mobile as well, but it's mainly on the desktop right now.
Well, he's deploying it to Android, so he's
cool.
testing it on that. I mean, yeah, and I think Gabe's big push right now is integrating some AI stuff. And it's cool what he's got going on there.
Yeah, like stuff that I haven't really seen in games before.
Yeah,
with this kind of stuff is really cool.
Yeah, see, and it's more how AMGI works. I mean, people just kind of run with stuff, and every time I look, I'm like, huh, what? Okay, cool, yeah, right. So,
that's awesome.
It's
kind of like you want to hang out in the garage. I mean, the gameplay is fun, but it's also like just hanging out in the garage and talking to the characters is a lot of fun too.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe we can show a few seconds of it.
We can get some leaks
behind the scenes on.
Yeah, definitely.
Sunday. Another question is: could the VTuber work with a webcam, standalone, or built into a monitor in the future or something?
Yeah. So I mean, our big push is just making sure that this stuff works, which is voice activation alone, and not just simple voice activation. Everyone out there just has characters that are just standing still and their lips are wiggling. Well, that's not what we're about. We're all about acting and animation. We're an animation studio.
Absolutely.
So our characters all have to act and be animated, which is body and face. So that's the real kind of, little kind of North Star we have in front of us right now, is to make sure that anyone who's just talking has the world's most animated characters. And I think there's no doubt that we're doing that. So stay tuned. Once we get these guys freed up a little bit from chasing some of the game stuff down, we can then assign them just for a short
just
period
a little
of time
bit
to get the stuff working. So that's what we envision, a world where you don't even need a webcam to produce very high quality talking chat bots that are very engaging.
Good stuff. There you go. A question around the Zuckbot mint. When are we going to finish it off? So we do have a couple of more phases to do with that. We did have a kind of a long and deep discussion yesterday on the reverse AMA about contracts and migrations, and that's something we're working on right now with the whole battle between marketplaces. So there is a migration we need to do on the contract for the Zuckbots, which is underway, and we want to make it as easy and efficient for you all as possible.
Absolutely.
Not have any kind of huge gas fees related to it. So that's being worked on. Once that's back up and running and migrated over, we will be starting some of those other activations off.
Saga will continue.
A lot of the focus is on right now is on getting this game really ready for GDC. A lot of work going on in the token, which leads on to the next question, which is, can we issue crypto tokens like carrots? If you tuned in towards the start of it, we did a little bit of a chat here and probably on the reverse AMA about that. So we are hard at work on getting the token generation event for carrots out there. So expect to learn a lot more about that in the coming weeks and how that process is going to work. So yeah, both things are underway and we're working hard on getting them both delivered. So expect more on that. When will we get more leaks of the Zuckbot game? So I'm going to press on Luke to get us at least 5 seconds of footage of the Zuckbot games for the behind the scenes on Sunday.
Yes, absolutely. That? Yeah, we'll get you guys some more some cool behind the scenes on that. We'll share some more stuff, and it was news to me that we got AI in there too. So I gotta get on my office more.
That's cool.
A lot can happen.
Super cool.
Yeah. Okay. Webby says there's so much happening. There is so much happening, right?
Yeah. It's the truth. I mean, literally between the script, between cool cars that we got printed, between the game coming out and the AI stuff that we're doing with Crystal Bun and with the Zuckbots. I mean, it's like there's no dull moments around here. We have a lot happening. So
and the beauty is that once we have the stuff working for My Pet Hooligan, it will work for any character. I mean, once it's working on a character with a ginormous face with very expressive eyes, that's kind of in the Disney style. That means we could do anything. So, our friends at Doge, they might be they might benefit from some of the technology that we're creating here. Even recently, there was a very large studio with a very well-known character we were talking to, and they were saying, how do we give this character we have, this very well-known character, how do we give this the same kind of treatment that you guys have here? And so we're talking to we're in the next level discussion, with Applebee's.
I was going to say
they need a mascot,
statement,
and we're ready to provide one.
A kangaroo.
All right, a question about there's so many things going on, but what about the others? You not forgot about the others, have we?
No.
No, we've been meeting every single day about the others, and
Amber Alert.
Amber
we're getting a
Alerts.
warning right now, a flood warning. So
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Oh.
So everyone duck.
Everybody's getting it. It's raining in California.
No, that was an endangered
While we're getting
missing
the alert, I think
advisory.
We should send somebody to the door to get her out of the rain.
That too, yeah.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
Metazog
Somebody's got missed.
Totally.
The others are I don't even know what to say. I probably shouldn't say a single thing about the others.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Say anything for a change about the others.
Alpha
We're
League
very
Brady
excited.
showing some discipline.
Oh yeah.
They are really cool though. No, they're awesome. They're looking great. We have a lot of stuff
It
going
is
on
out
with
of
them.
character.
True to
Something's
form,
wrong.
true
Yeah,
to-
exactly. I
True
feel
to
it.
our brand, this mix of cute and edgy, cute and scary. It's kind of finding that yin yang sweet spot of this balance. And so, but I do think these things. We want to make sure these things are also a global brand that are appealing to everybody. But we don't want to we don't want to make these things bland.
All right.
No.
Good stuff.
Global brand, but not not bland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just replace the L with an R.
There you go.
Right?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we.
Oh, no.
Still raining.
Thank God we're not all
no,
driving
this
right
this is
now.
an endangered missing advisory.
Yeah, endangered
I hope
missing
they find-
advisory.
Oh,
I
geez.
hope they find who they're
Hooligan's
looking
gone
for.
missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hooligan's gone. Now we found Hooli.
Right.
Hooli wasn't missing at all. We just misplaced him for a little bit.
I hope whoever has gone missing is found.
So we got another question here too that came up on Discord. Does MPH or AMGI have any exposure to Silicon Valley Bank? No, we're fine there, so we're not having to deal with any of that mess. But
Yeah.
you know, Godspeed all those that
Yeah.
are. 'Cause I know a lot of people are going to be affected by that.
Yeah, for real.
Good stuff. All right, a question for you, West. It says, at West, gun to your head. When new website with updated K-Gold shop and staking
GDC
interaction.
site for sure. Okay, tell you what, Dennis. As far as K-Gold shop, I'm going to work real hard to get that in there for you, buddy. I'm not making no promises, but I think we might be able to do something about it.
And then the next build on was that, when website better than Yuga's?
Actually, that's a good one. I feel like actually fucking soon. Excuse my language.
Well phrased.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
we're,
cool.
We're coming for you, Yuga.
Let's get some questions
Cross
for.
the
They
board.
do a nice job on
Let's
this.
get some questions in for
it's
Crystal Bun. You got anything for Crystal Bun, Colin?
I mean, the more obscure, the better. Think of something very strange and specific. Those are the best questions.
Does Crystal know anything about GDC?
Let's find out.
Hey, Crystal, what do you know about GDC? She's got no clue about what GDC is.
It's always a risk.
It's a risk. It's rolling the dice here.
GDC is a mysterious group of cyber bunnies that are rumored to be on the side of the hooligans. Not much is known about them, but they are said to have powerful technology and resources.
So that's not untrue.
Yeah.
Not untrue at all.
Interesting.
She speaks in metaphors.
It's kind of
like
the
the
new
oracle that
the
we
new
go to.
age Yoda.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what she's talking about.
It's open for interpretation, I think.
All
What
right.
do you know about the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco?
The Game Developers Conference GDC is an annual gathering of game developers, publishers, and industry professionals held in San Francisco.
Professionals.
It is a great opportunity to hear the latest news and developments in the world of gaming.
Only
There you go.
professionals, guys.
Yeah, we
Yep.
may want to
Sorry.
rethink.
No
on-
hooligans.
Yeah,
actually, yeah.
we're. I
Do-
don't think
do-
we qualify.
Doobie Doo's always pushing in the comments for this in-game bong.
We can put it in. I might have to take it out though. We'll see how it goes.
There you go.
Just
Yeah, we're kind of at the liberties of the ESRB on this stuff, so I want to get all that stuff in, but I think it.
I do too.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I want to figure it out, but there's.
It might have to become a flower vase or something, or you blow bubbles out of it instead of.
I mean, yeah, you could put flowers in anything.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll come up with something.
does Crystal know? Does Crystal know when the others is coming out, or is that a dangerous question?
We'll see.
Right.
Crystal,
Find out.
when does the others come out? Is that a question? That's not even a question. What kind of English am I speaking? We'll see if she knows.
Let me consult with Rick.
What is it?
The Others is a mysterious group that is rumored to be on the side of the hooligans.
But when?
Not much is known about them, but they may be a part of the metaverse called Interloop. It is unclear when they will make their presence known.
There was a question about...
Has Crystal ever been to the Interloop?
Have you ever been to the Interloop?
Right.
I read it in the comments.
Yes, I have been to the Interop. It is a metaverse where all of the hooligan factions come together to cooperate and fight against Zuck Corporation. It is a dangerous place, but it is also an exciting one.
I like that, man.
Ish.
All right, Interop. Name
Sometimes
change.
when we don't know questions
She's winging
about our
it a
own
little
lore,
bit.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes
Yes.
when we don't know questions about our own lore, we'll just consult Crystal. But Crystal, what do you think about this?
Does Crystal have anything to say to the community?
What do you have to say to the hooligan community?
Probably.
To the hooligan community, I believe in you and in the power of unity. Together, we can fight against Zuck Corporation and protect our beloved rabbit hole.
There you have it.
All right, and one more for Crystal Bunn from Dennis Jacobs. What does Crystal Bunn think about Buzz Lightyear?
What do you think about Buzz Lightyear?
Right.
Good job, Dennis.
I think Buzz Lightyear is a great role model. He's brave, loyal, and stands up for what he believes in. He's a true hero and an inspiration for us all.
Brought to you by Disney.
One more question, actually. One more question is Crystal Australian?
Are you Australian?
What gave you that idea?
Her accent.
No, I'm not Australian. I was born and raised in the rabbit hole, so I'm a true hooligan.
There you go.
It's a hooligan accent.
Australian accent.
Are you Australian?
All right, good stuff.
Rabbit hole as well.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. Any kind of final questions coming through? I think that's enough for you today,
good.
Crystal Bunn. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you as always. Any kind of final questions? We do have a big day ahead of us. We have got an open day at the studio today for the community, and a lot of community members are going to pass through at around 2 p.m. today. Then we've got to get really kind of ready and prepped up for the event, which starts at 7 p.m. over in Venice. So it's a super busy day for us, and we can't stop our day job either. So we've got a lot of work to do in the meantime. So any final questions? Okay, we've got one here. Is there a plan still to launch on consoles? Xbox is mentioned in particular.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, so all the software is built in a cross-platform compatible way. And so, I mean, right now we cross-compile between the PC and the Mac, but the Xbox build is our next project. Actually, I mean, I've got an Xbox Series X sitting on my desk right now. That
And is there further optimization that needs to be done, or do you think it just ports over easily? I don't know the process personally.
Both the Xbox and the PS5 are really powerful pieces of hardware. I mean, because they're built to do exclusively this. So, I mean, because we got to get this up reliably up to 60, and we're getting closer and closer to it. But there's still more to do to get it down below 16 milliseconds. There will probably be some optimization that we need to do on those consoles, but it's not nuts because they're really, really good at pushing polygons. So
good stuff. Yeah. I'm picking up something else related to the game. How's it working on Mac now? Is it?
It's seeming pretty good. I just built a Mac build this morning right before we jumped onto this, and so I'm going to play it and see how it goes, because we picked up a lot of frame rate yesterday. The team was doing a ton of optimization, so I want to see what we're looking like. But we're I mean, it's like it's always a little bit challenging because Macs have very different architecture for real-time 3D than PCs do. But I think we're going to be able to get this running well.
All right, final one that I can see for you is Zuckbot 3D files.
Wow, we're just so busy. Zuckbot 3D files. I think that was the plan, to get you guys 3D files. There's a lot to, it's just been like 4th or 5th on the list. But yes, I think that's still.
I think we have a ton of roadblocks there, but I mean, depending upon obviously everything else that's going on. So we'll get back to you guys with a little update on that.
There you go. I think that's it for today then, folks. A lot of exciting things happening today, so can't wait to meet as many of you coming through. We're gonna have a good time, and don't despair those who are not able to make it through. we do have some goodie boxes to send out. We will get a ton of footage so we can kind of really share the experience as much as possible. And you know, all these gift boxes, again, are one of ones. I was actually talking to NFTs yesterday, and he thought they were actually printed boxes. They're not. They're handmade by one of our artists here. Every single box is a one of one in itself.
Wow.
Painted, paint splatter, sticker, box. Can't tell you what's in it.
Rug by Webby. Webby put a rug in each one.
I hope so. Yeah, maybe a little tiny rug in the future. But okay, thank you all. Really appreciate you as always, and can't wait to meet some of you. How are you guys feeling? I'm gonna leave it with you today, Wes, to sign us off.
Freaking ready to go, guys. Huge just shout out to all of you, Care Gang. We love you all tremendously. We are constantly humbled and just impressed by you. Thank you for everybody that's making it out to the show, or making it out to the event tonight. Don't worry for the ones that can't. We will do more in the future. But guys, happy Friday. Let's get after it.
Make sure y'all let people know about the Rogue Jumpers tune.
Yeah,
Renz,
check out that Rogue Jumpers
Too Hot
track.
Shakur,
Yeah.
and Logic Hill.
Love you, Carrot Gang. Appreciate
Thanks,
you guys.
everybody.
Let's go.
Thanks, everyone.
Later on, everybody.